All right.
Okay, mate.
We are live once again for another edition of Vodcast in the Morgue with Spawn, who's burning to death in his room right now.
Literally.
Yeah. I didn't know this, but apparently London or England doesn't have a lot of air conditioners, and you guys are having a little bit of a heat wave over there, huh?
Yeah, it's alright. I mean, luckily, like you can't hear it, but I've got a fan on. I'd literally die without this fan, but it's still hot. But it makes it a little bit more
Makes it a little more bearable.
okay. Yeah, just a
Um,
little bit more bearable. But yeah, it's hot, man.
all right, I want to start this real quick. I've been having a bunch of internet problems past couple of days, and it's been going in and out. Mostly because I live on the beach and sand sucks. But we had a really, really bad storm come by the other day, and it looks like it's getting ready to do that again. So if I go out, um, if I could come back, great. If not, I'll tweet something about it. But it does look like it's getting ready to storm again like crazy. It's only 5 o'clock here, and it's starting to look like it's like 8 or 9. But all right, we are here doing our Batman rankings today. So we kind of wanted to get we kind of take a break from horror for the past couple of weeks. We talked last week. We talked about our favorite TV shows, and this week we're going to talk about our favorite Batman films. And you and I discussed what films we were going to include, and we kind of came to the conclusion that as long as Batman was integral to the story, we included it. So we got 12 films we're going to rank, right?
Yeah, I've got 12 too. I,
All
I
right.
kept count. I thought I hope I've got it right. That's why I had to double check here early. I was like, damn, I was wrong. Glad I messaged you because I only had 10.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I only had 10 that I remembered. And then I was
We're
like, oh yeah.
we're ranking the 66 Batman, the 89 Batman, 92 Batman Returns, um, Batman Forever, Batman and Robin, the Nolan universe, um, Batfleck. We're doing the Suicide Squad, Superman vs Batman, and um, the Zack Snyder's Justice League, not the Joss Whedon, the Zack Snyder one, and then the Batman. So those will be all the ones that we are covering here. But I say let's go ahead and get started because we might need to fly through this looking outside.
Okay,
It
mate.
looks like it might get crazy. So I'll let you go ahead and go first, good sir.
Right, okay, well, straight off the bat, I don't know if it's come as a surprise to people, but number 12 dead last is Batman and Robin. Now, I will say, this movie, the film's crap, but you know when you've got a bad film, but it's a feel good, it's that bad, it's just entertaining bad. This is that film for me. It's bottom of the barrel, but I've still watched this film quite a bit because it's got a feel good factor to it. I mean, Arnold Schwarzenegger as Mr. Freeze and he's getting them all to do the dancing. It's so goofy, it's hilarious. This is a guilty pleasure for me, yeah, but it's a crap film. It's a fun crap film. I mean, George Clooney as Batman. I mean, Jesus Christ, what was the thinking, man? Like, he ain't even acting in this film. He does not give a toss. He's just like, give me the paycheck. I'm just gonna be here. That's it. That's it. Um, you got Chris O'Donnell as Dick Grayson. I'll tell you what I do like. I hope I'm saying her name right. Uma Thurman
Uma Thurman.
as
Yep.
Poison Ivy. I
Yep.
think she's awesome in this film. I like Robert Swenson as Bane. I thought Bane was good in this film. Um, and you've got Alicia Silverstone, of course, as Batgirl, Barbara Wilson. But yeah, it's not a good film. But like I say, it's that bad. It's it's entertaining, and the storyline how they put it off, and he's trying to freeze the world, and how the fight gets together, and you got like the hockey mask and Batman sliding down the ice. It's crap, man. But if yeah, you can still have fun with this film because of how dumb it is. Like for me, my favourite part that just makes me laugh every time I watch it is Mr. Freeze doing the singing where he's with them all. It's hilarious, man. It's so crap, but it's hilarious. So straight at the bottom of the barrel is Batman and Robin.
Okay. All right. Hmm. Uh. So I should probably start my list with a caveat that I fucking hate a campy Batman. I want my Batman to be serious, and I want my Batman to be dark. So for me, that is why the 1966 movie comes in at dead last for me. Uh,
Okay.
I can't stand the Adam West, Burt Ward Batmans. I it's just too campy. Like the Bat Shark repellent, all the other stuff. Like dude, that's just not for me. Like I realize that like he set the bar, so to speak, for a live action Batman, but dude, I just I can't deal with a campy Batman like that. Like I need my Batman to be pissed off and violent, and detective wise too. Like that Batman is a little even his detective bit was so out there. It'd be like, hey Batman, we found this little sliver of paper that doesn't have any text. It was Penguin. Penguin did it. Like, wait, what? No, that's not how that works. Which is why Batman 66 comes at me. I mean, no offense to Adam West, R.I.P., and Burt Ward and all that other stuff, but that's just not for me. All right, and real quick, I want to address this. All right, because I just got something in my chat here. Yes, I'll run through. I'll speed through this really, really quickly. Mark Hamill, the best Joker. Secondly, Jared Leto at the end of Jared Leto at the end of Justice League, the Zack Snyder version. That is the best 4 minutes of Joker we will ever see on cinema up to this point. It is by far the best. Now, take that away. Heath Ledger, and Jack Nicholson kind of go hand in hand. I don't really care which one I want to put there, but yes, if we're ranking them, that's the one. Okay. All right. So on to number 11. As again, I know I'm sorry for all you true Batman fans. I mean, I watched it when I was a kid, loved it, loved Vincent Price as Egghead, loved Burgess Meredith as Penguin, Burt Ward, Robin, Adam West, Batman. Other people. Who was Catwoman? It was Ida.
Burgess, no, that's finger. It was Lee Meriwether.
Man, it wasn't.
They changed the actor for this.
Wasn't somebody else for Catwoman? Wasn't it
I swear they changed the actor to Lee Meriwether in the 66.
Eartha Kitt. That was it. Eartha Kitt.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's who it was. All right. So again, storm-wise coming. Let's. I don't want to fly quickly through this because I definitely want to talk about it, and have fun. But in case I lose you guys, just know that it's probably because the apocalypse happened and I died. All right, number 11 for you, good sir.
Okay, well, number 11 for me is what you just said. It's actually Batman 66 now.
Okay.
I don't like this film. I'm like you. I like my Batman dark and menacing, and we'll get into that later on. But I don't like this film. It's like a love-hate relationship with me because I loved it as a kid, and when I watch it, I still get some nostalgia. Yeah, like the campiness of at the beginning, you got like Catwoman sneaking about, and like the Penguin and the Joker's like up against the wall and all stuff like that at the start, and the shark scene, man, like what the hell? And it is running around with a bomb and everything. It's campy, but I can have fun with this film. It's a love-hate relationship for me because it's like I like Adam West. Let me put it that way. Adam West. We wouldn't get Batman that we know him now if it wasn't for Adam West. He put Batman on the bill, in my opinion.
Okay. All right.
Um,
I do agree when
so
he's running around and all that other stuff. Like I hate, like he's like got the bomb. He's like, ah, like, oh, dude.
yeah, and this is what I mean for me. Uh, like it's a mixed bag for me because like I say, my Batman, I like him dark and menacing, and this Batman's not that. But for some reason, I don't hate this film. I can watch it. It has a lot of nostalgia, and for its time, I think it's okay. And I have a lot of respect for Adam West. I love a lot, and I even like Cesar Romero as the Joker,
Yep.
Burgess Meredith as the Penguin, and Frank Guzman as the Riddler. So yeah, the film's it's a better campy film than Batman and Robin, in my opinion. That's how I can put it. So yeah, at number 11 for me is Batman 66.
Yeah, no, I mean that's fair. That's a fairly good place for it, I think. So I kind of told a buddy my list. I didn't tell him the rankings, but I told him that okay, that I'm going like I feel that my list is going to be somewhat controversial, and have a bunch of hot takes, and probably for you this will be one of them because at number 11 for me is Batman Forever. Uh, I absolutely fucking I don't like this movie. uh, Val Kilmer as Batman Bruce Wayne is as much as I love Val Kilmer. Oh man, dude, like I don't know what they were doing casting him as Bruce Wayne, and more importantly, and this is where we're probably gonna you and I are gonna see different eye to eye. This is nothing but Jim Carrey being Jim Carrey in a movie. Like that's not the Riddler. That is just Jim Carrey. Like, hey, I'm about to get $20 million, be a fucking idiot for 2 hours, and that is pretty much uh uh where I'm at on that. Like, and if we're talking continuity, Harvey Dent was black in the first one. So like,
Yeah.
why is Tommy Lee Jones now playing Harvey Dent? Like, y'all promised Billy D. Williams to get to be Harvey Dent, and then you kind of screwed him. So this is another terrible, terrible situation all around for that. But you are right, as somebody, my boy Austin pointed out in the comments. Seal did kill the soundtrack. Kiss from a Rose was great. That was a fantastic soundtrack. Not as good as say the '89 soundtrack, which features Prince, which will be the only props I ever give to Prince ever. But yeah, this Batman Forever is just I don't know, man. Like I'm Val Kilmer, Jim Carrey, Tommy Lee Jones. Uh, uh, I guess the Robin backstory too. I didn't care for. And this also kind of goes and it starts taking away from the serious Batman that was the Burton films, and kind of moving it on to this, and yeah, that's why for me it's a number 11.
Okay. Okay.
Let's see. Let me catch up on comments here because we definitely got some chatters today. I love to see this. All right. Austin says terrible movie, but still kill the soundtrack. True. The wife is surprised I just gave Prince props. Panda says the new Batman, The Dark Knight, and the first Batman. Well, all right, everybody, we can wrap it up. Good show. Uma was a good Poison Ivy. I don't know. I might address that. I might. Panda's dancing. Let's see. Austin says Nicole Kidman was hot as hell back in the day, though. Yeah, Nicole Kidman was hot as that movie, in that movie. I will give you that for sure. For sure. All right, all caught up. So now we're to number 10.
Oh boy. I don't even want to say it because I can feel the hate already.
Oh, here we go. I know what this is going to be. Here we go.
This is only at number 10 because of Ben Affleck. That's it. Zack Snyder's just bored the crap out of me. Apart from the ending, it bored the living crap out of me. I don't care about Superman, Wonder Woman, Aquaman, The Flash. I was bored to death. I only liked it for Ben Affleck as Batman. The ending was good. I liked some parts that it was showing, but you gotta understand to people that will be like, what? I'm a Batman standalone person. I always have been. It just doesn't put it for me. Like I said this before, I hate Aquaman. It don't matter if it was Kane Hodder playing Aquaman. I can't stand him. I just don't like the character of Aquaman at all. Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman. Her part's good. I think she's good. I like the standalone film with Wonder Woman. I've never been a big Superman fan. I've spoke about it, and I really like Superman in Man of Steel. Or maybe it's the 4 hours for me. I think it might be the 4 hours. It just I think it's the 4 hours overall, and it just Batman for me. Number 10. Yeah, it's at
All
number
right.
10.
All right. First of all, I need to address something. All right. Fuck my chat. All right. I love you guys, but fuck y'all. Uh, okay, so we got Austin says I fucking love this guy. Ha 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 ha. Yay. Bunch of hearts. My wife says RavenEAP is down bad chat. Everybody's laughing at me. I look so sad. F. Yep. I am down bad. Big sad. I am big sad.
I apologize.
It's okay. It doesn't rank super high on my list, and I get that it's probably not for a lot of people, and that's fine. It is 4 hours long. I mean, you are right. I don't know. I don't necessarily agree with you about the Aquaman thing.
Yeah, I've just never been like a fan of Aquaman. And yeah, overall, I think it's the 4 hours. I just think it's
It is
way too
long.
long for me, man. Like
It
4
is
hours.
long. It definitely is long. Austin says if it makes you feel any better, it's not as bad as the nipples Batman. We will be addressing this shortly. I mean, I agree. It's not my next one because my next one is actually number 10. It's actually Batman vs Superman. So we're kind of the same ballpark. It's but not quite there yet. I do like so kind of touching base on what you're saying about Ben Affleck. I like Ben Affleck as Bruce Wayne and even maybe Batman. Like his Batman voice is kind of. I didn't think they could possibly do any worse. Seeker with the tier 1 sub for 3 months. How are you doing, Seeker? Hope we're all is well. Enjoy your ad-free viewing and all the wonderful perks that go with it. Spawn and I say hi.
Hello.
So like I was saying, Batman. His voice is. I don't know if they could have made it like Ben Affleck's voice any worse, and then they found Ben Affleck to do it. So I don't like his voice, but I like him as Bruce Wayne, and I like him as Batman, which is something I never really thought I would have said when he was cast. But huge fan of him, and I think I think he did all right. The movie itself is absolute dog shit. Can you also shout out Secret Stars for me too? Thank you very much. The movie is awful. The whole because their mom has the same name thing. Oh man. Oh, like I don't give a shit about Martha. Anybody named Martha, I'm sorry. I don't care. Like you ruined what could have been a good thing, and all because of your name. Just like now Karens have been typecast as people that always want to talk to the managers. Martha ruined Batman vs Superman, and that's just the way it goes. That is just the way it is. This is why it's for me at number 10. Thank you, babe. I appreciate it.
Okay. Okay. Well, number 9 for me is Suicide Squad. I think so. Now, don't hate this film. Let me just say, Jared Leto is not as bad as people make out. He's
Agreed.
Just not as bad as people make out. I don't hate this film. It's just obviously there's films that I prefer over this, which I'll get into. Margaret Robbie as Harley Quinn's fantastic. I do like Will Smith. I like the Batman encounter with Deadshot and Batman. That's cool. And there's some great scenes in this. By the way, I absolutely adore. I'm gonna butcher his name here. Adwell Aknu Ajab. as Killer Croc. I think Killer
Oh,
Croc's
okay.
absolutely fantastic in
Yep.
this.
Yep.
And of course, as Ben Affleck shows up in this for a little bit, and you know, I like that it showed you a little bit of origin story with the Joker and Harley Quinn. And yeah, like I said, I don't hate this film. It's at number 9. I don't hate it. It's just obviously I prefer films over this. Um, and yeah, man, I'm sorry, Jared
No.
Leto is not at all as bad as people make out as a Joker. Just not at all. He's just not. So for me, it's at number 9. Look, this is a fun film. And again, nothing against it. I can sit down, I can watch it. I own it on Blu-ray, so I can sit down and watch it and have fun with it. Like I say, it's just I prefer other films over it, but I still like this film.
All right. So, hey, a couple of things I need to go here. One, Austin, thank you for the 100 bits. And two, to catch up with the comments again, because you are killing it today, and I love to see this. Love it. As a Batman movie, yes, they agree with your ranking. He isn't wrong. Austin with the 100 bits, thank you very much. Jared Leto had bad writing is all. I'm even going to go as far as disagree with that. Jared Leto's Joker, the problem was Warner Brothers got involved and decided to cut so much shit on the floor. Like if they ever release the Ayers cut for the Suicide Squad, I am putting money. I'm putting my money where my mouth is, and going to say that Jared Leto's Joker will rank higher for most people after it, just based off the clips that and the things that I've heard. All right. Wife says it's a fun film. Harley Quinn. Austin says I love Suicide Squad. Hated Jared Leto as the Joker. God damn it. Listen, Austin. Listen. Have I told you guys I loved you lately? All right. We're all caught up. I. We're gonna be talking about Suicide Squad here in a little bit, but I agree, like, with what you said. Like, let's see, what do I want to touch on for you, Wars? I agree the Killer Croc aspect. I think he was really really good. I thought that was a fun little thing there. I like Deadshot, which I'll address later. I love Margot Robbie, which we'll talk about later. I think Jared Leto's Joker was great, but he got left on the cutting room floor. I think for the most part, given your rankings as far as like in a Batman film, that's probably a fair ranking. I was just kind of giving you shit for getting up and leaving, but I think it's probably a fair ranking. But if I'm adding it into the Batman universe, I got to switch it up a little bit here, and my ranking's gonna be a little different than yours. All right, let's see. My number 9 is not Suicide Squad, and it's not the Justice League, but it actually is a movie that my boy Austin loves quite a bit, and that is Batman and Robin. I don't think it's nearly as bad as the other 3 movies, only because George Clooney, and I'm going to just say this on record right here, George Clooney is the best Bruce Wayne we've ever seen. All right? There's not a better Bruce Wayne than George Clooney. Batman, there's better Batmans. Bruce Wayne, he's pretty good. Pretty good Bruce Wayne. The movie itself is an absolute train wreck. Yes. Arnold Schwarzenegger as Victor Freeze is yes, George Clooney does have nipples. You are correct. Batman. Arnold Schwarzenegger as Mr. Victor Freeze is hilarious. Like that's probably one of the worst castings next to Jean-Claude Van Damme as Colonel Guile from Street Fighter. Uma Thurman. Okay, I mean it's Uma. I like Uma. I mean, do I think she's the best Poison Ivy? I mean, there hasn't been many, so I guess yes. But that movie is an absolute joke, and I can't. I mean, if it wasn't for how good George Clooney was just as Bruce Wayne, I'd be all right. Yeah, it's probably the worst movie, but I like him way better than I like Val Kilmer, and definitely like him better than I like him Adam West. So that's why the old nipples come in at number 9.
Old nipples.
Let's see here. See, chat says, so let me tell you, Jared Leto killed his Joker, but his Joker isn't it for me. I don't do the modern day Joker, the face tattoos, gangster style. Okay. I mean, well, yeah, I need to stop talking about the Joker because we'll spend fucking 4 hours talking about that. He has nipples. Disagree. Come on, Spawn. Make me proud. At Spawn, you just made me laugh out loud at the airport. My number 9 is Bat Dad from YouTube. Number 1 is Batman from with Tom Hardy as Bane, and then Bane Cat. Yeah, Bane Cat's good. Um, if he was live, I would totally switch sides. Mm-hmm. All right, I take my bits back. Okay, all right, we're all caught up.
Right. Okay. Well. Oh God. Right. Number 8 for me, and I'm just gonna put this out there. This is just my opinion, right? My number 8, I like it, but is the most overhyped Batman film that I've ever known. It come out and it's talked about like it was the greatest Batman film ever. I'm gonna say this now. It is only good because of the Joker.
Oh.
I do not like Christian Bale as Batman. I do not like him as Bruce Wayne. I'll get into it one time where I like him in one film that he's done as Batman, which will come up later. To me, The Dark Knight is the most overhyped Batman film I've ever known. It is only good for me because of the Joker. How you went on earlier with what's his name? Ben Affleck with the voice. I hate how Christian Bale talks as Batman. I hate it. And this is picky. I admit it's picky. I hate the Batman suit. I can't stand it. I had to. Luckily, I had a mate who was Madam Batman as well because I don't want to be ungrateful. If you look in my collection, I have no Batman figures of Christian Bale. I do not like him as Batman at all. Um, I just. It's just the most overhyped Batman film ever, and for me, it's only really good because of Heath Ledger. That's it. I mean, Aaron Eckhart as Harvey Dent, I think, does a good job. He's good, but overall, man, it's just the most overhyped Batman film I've ever known. I like the film, but it's nowhere near as good as people say it is, in my opinion. I'm just not a fan of Christian Bale as Batman. Great actor as Batman and Bruce Wayne. I like him in one film as Batman, which we'll get to. So for me, yeah, just it's an okay film that's way overhyped for me.
I don't know. I don't know how to process any of this right now. I am down bad. I am down bad. Okay. Uh, I was not expecting to talk about the Dark Knight this early.
Yeah,
uh,
I've always seen it that way. I've always been that way. The Dark Knight, man. I like it because of the Joker. I think the Joker's absolutely fantastic in it. That's why it's even at number 8 for me, solely because of the Joker.
I mean, I agree. The Batman voice is a little much. Where is she? But man, number 8. That means there's 7 more films you like over that.
Oh, yeah.
Oh. I mean, I'm supposed to tell you valid opinions. Actually, tell him I agree. Christian Bale is the best Batman, second to Keaton. They should have named it the Joker. I mean, there's already a Joker movie. Oh man, I don't know. I gotta process this one, man. I don't have anything to add to yours. I am a little flabbergasted, to be honest with you. Like I am, as my friends will no doubt tell you, leaving me speechless is kind of hard to do, and but here we are.
Okay.
Uh,
I mean, look, I've been collecting Batman figures all my life and everything. I've not got one of from the Dark Knight series, not one. Well, there's one I would. I will say there's one I would have. there's one where I do really like him as Batman, and we'll get into that later.
Yeah. I, all right. I don't have anything else to add for you. So are you good to go? I gotta I'll think about it here. I don't know. Man, number 8. Like I feel like The Dark Knight is. I mean, that might be one of the top 20, 25 greatest movies ever. I think for me. Maybe maybe like that. Yeah. So yeah. I don't. Yeah. Well. Oh boy. Okay. Think, Sean. All right. We will address this again because I'll be talking about it much later. But yeah, do I really think it's the top? I think top 2025 for sure. Yeah, I really do. I think everything about it, other than Batman's voice, Christian Bale's voice, is spot on. All right. So for me, number 8 is the Justice League Zack Snyder version. Kind of touched on it. It's not. It's not terrible. It's not. It is long. It is long in the tooth. It is 4 hours, and but it does change the whole narrative of the Zack Snyder Justice League versus the Joss Whedon Justice League. FYI, fuck Joss Whedon. But it does. It is a. It adds some to it. Like again, I really wish somebody else owned the rights to the DC other than Warner Brothers. Because unless it's a standalone Batman movie, like standalone, Warner Brothers, it does not know what they are doing with any of their franchises and properties. Uh, and they just keep getting in their own way. Suicide Squad, Batman vs Superman, the Justice League. You know, it wasn't for the Zack Snyder cut. Like I don't think anybody would even care about that. The only really good thing is Aquaman, the movie. Like if you're taking the current universe with Ezra Miller as the Flash, Jason Momoa as Aquaman, Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman, Ben Affleck as Batman. If you're taking all of that, other than one other film, like Aquaman is the best of them all. Like it's as far as movies go. I know you're not a huge. I know you don't like the Aquaman character. I love the Aquaman movie. I thought it was fucking lit. Like Amber Heard can go piss off, but I really thought it was lit. Like it was. Sorry, thundered. I enjoyed it. And look, and the reason, and again, I want to just add a caveat to this. There's a reason why this ranks higher than probably some of the other films. Is that Jared Leto at the end of this, for 4 minutes and 27 seconds, delivers the best live action Joker we have ever seen. This as a joke. The Joker is my favorite character of all time, not just comics, but any fictional character. The Joker is the best. I read everything the Joker. I watch anything the Joker. I study the Joker. I love the Joker. So when I say that is 4 minutes 27 seconds, obviously still my opinion, but I feel really strongly about it. Like that is the best live action Joker we've ever seen. Which is why, even though we're ranking Batman films, it's not bad, but that scene alone kind of elevates it above all the others we ranked so far. All right. Get that off my chest. I'm getting back in the groove ever since that whole Dark Knight fiasco. We're back in the groove. All right, number 7 for you, good sir.
Okay, well, number 7 is a film you've already touched on that you wasn't a fan of at all. Batman vs Superman. This ranks higher for me because, to a degree with some films that can be picky. This ranks over The Dark Knight for one reason, and that's because I really love Ben Affleck as Batman. I really, really like Ben Affleck as Batman. I like how he is. It's kind of weird how like his Batman voice doesn't annoy me. Um, and the big thing for me, and again, it's picky with me, how I am with Batman. I like the Batman suit. If I don't, it's weird. If I don't like the Batman suit, it takes me out the film. It's weird. I've always
Okay.
been that way. It takes me out the film, and that was one of the reasons with um, now the Dark Knight. It was like, I mean, and again, I'm going to talk about Christian Bale later on, but I didn't like the suit at all, and I didn't like how he portrayed Batman in that particular film. But again, we'll come to him later on. Um, Now, for me, like, it's not the best film in the world. I do like the Batman versus Superman fight. I'm not particularly bothered about Superman, but Henry Cavill, does a decent job. Jess Eisenberg, I did like as Lex Luthor. Some people day, I thought it was okay. Again, you got Gal Gadot as Diana Prince, Wonder Woman. I like the end fight, and it's just an entertaining film for me. And I like how Ben Affleck's Batman's really, really dark in this one. He's just like flying through people, and I like Ben Affleck as Batman. So for me, yeah, it's at number 7. Batman vs Superman's at number 7 for me.
Okay. All right. Real quick. I'm refunded all your guys' channel points. This scene is the Vodcast and the Morgue scene, and I don't have my channel point redemption on this scene. I do on my regular channel, which y'all can feel free to use as soon as we get done here, because I'm going to switch over and play some Apex Legends. Yeah, you heard me. I'm playing Apex Legends on stream. But so I've refunded all your guys' channel points because I don't want you guys to get screwed. But the sounds aren't working because it's a different scene. Lily with the tier 1 sub, just popping in to renew this beauty. Well, thank you very much for the 32 months. Holy shit. Have I been streaming that long? 32 months. Thank you very much, Lily. Get your ass ready, you and Panda, because we're definitely going to be playing some Apex. And I'm 17 damage, baby. 17 damage. All right. I gave you a refund already, asshole. All right. I agree with you, Batman. I think perfect. I think everything you said about Batman vs Superman is spot on. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't really have anything to add. I think you nailed it perfectly. I mean, 7 isn't that much different from 10. And I think you and I talked about this before. Our top 5, top 6 was pretty easy. I think after it was this part that got a little more difficult, and rightfully so. I think that was I still can't believe Dark Mind's at 8 for you, but I agree that like we've had all of our set in pretty easily. The top 5, top 6. For me, the last half, what we're doing right now, was the fucking worst. Like, I got about halfway through Batman the movie. I'm like, fuck this, I can't watch this. This is dead last.
You got a bet 60s, the 60s one,
yeah? Yeah. I somehow lost a follower, and while we're live. Interesting. All right, well.
Lost.
That's all good.
Somebody can't take opinions by the looks of it.
No, apparently not. That's all good. Yeah, Raven is on tilt. Yeah, no, Raven is on tilt. Yo, dude, very few people can fluster me like this, and that number 8, boy. Ooh. 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 All right. For me, I agree with everything you said, and I don't really think I have anything else to touch on. For you, anything you want to add to that?
No, I mean, like I said, I know it's a shock for you, but if you was round here and you asked everybody that knew me, they'd say it's no shock to them.
What, the Dark Knight at 8?
Yeah.
Okay.
My mates would probably think it'd be lower than this, and lower than 8.
That's interesting.
So they wouldn't be surprised, but it's because I haven't gone on about it. Because what I try and do now, before, because like I said, I used to stream on Mixer, right? I used to talk a lot about films, but since we've started doing this, I try to not talk about films until we do these, so I don't give nothing away, really, if that makes sense.
Yeah. I got you. Yeah, it's kind of hard because like our list is definitely not the same, and usually we're kind of like neck and neck, so we can kind of go more in depth with them and things like that. Real quick, just want to give another shout out to both Lily and Seeker Stars for the tier 1 subs. I appreciate it. I know I didn't touch on it nearly as much because Spawn has got me fucking full on tilt, but I appreciate it. I appreciate the love. I appreciate the support. I know mostly this is kind of the gaming thing we do, but every Sunday. It's really nice to sit, and talk with Spawn, who lives, across the pond over there in England, and talk about movies and horror and all that other stuff. So
Yeah.
I appreciate all the love, and apologize I didn't touch on it nearly as much as I should have. But thank you all very much. All right. For me, at number 7, which might come as a surprise to some people, is The Suicide Squad. Uh, as a Batman film, yeah, it's kind of trash, and that's kind of where it ranks lower. Uh, this, and your wife watches this one. Yeah, my wife does watch this one. Yeah. So Suicide Squad, I have never been more excited for a movie in my life. The hype for this movie before I saw it was unbelievable. Uh, I luckily most of the people that are in my chat I didn't meet till 2017, so I didn't have to deal with it. But the hype for this movie for me was I don't it was god tier. Like I don't know if there was another movie that matched it as far as movies I wanted to see. I'm a huge Joker fan, and I knew the Joker was going to be in it. I'm a huge Harley Quinn fan, so it was nice to see Harley Quinn get any live action. And um, and Margot Robbie being cast as Harley Quinn was was a was an interesting casting choice for me because a apparently uh, we did a face swap thing. Apparently, my wife looks like Margot Robbie, like in the face. So I was like, "Hey, this is kind of hot. Now my wife can dress up as cosplay as Margot Robbie. Woo!" Or Harley Quinn. We can all do some freaky shit later. But then it was like, okay, I did not care for Deadshot. Like, I did not want to. Like Will Smith being cast was probably what at the time. Let me catch up here. At the time, I thought was one of the worst casting decisions ever. Uh, and then I saw the movie. I loved it. A little bit of a disappointment though. It was it was kind of actually a lot of bit of a disappointment because there was no way it was going to live to the hype that I had in my head. Margot Robbie was fantastic as Harley Quinn. I want her to be Harley Quinn forever. Will Smith as Deadshot. I want to see a Deadshot movie with Will Smith so bad I can't stand it. I've never seen somebody shut me up so much as Will Smith did next to the Heath Ledger as the Joker. Panda was a tier 1 sub with the 27 months. It's more like 39 because yeah, I know that sucks. That sucks. Um, where was I at now? Panda, enjoy your ad-free viewing and all the good subs and all that other stuff coming with it. Thank you, man, for the fucking. What are we at? 3 years? 3 years subbing now? Something like that? Shit. But yeah, like, where was I at? The movie was a disappointment for me. At the time, I was still on cloud 9 because I got to see it. I got to see a live action Harley, so I was still like, woo. As time has progressed, though, it's not nearly as good as I wanted it to be. Still severely bummed out about the Joker, cutting room floor. I really want to see the heirs cut. Ben Affleck in this movie is great when he's in it. I mean, he's not integral. He's not like a big part of the story, but he's integral to it because he arrests Deadshot, he arrests Harley Quinn. He helps Amanda Waller create the Suicide Squad, gives them all the files, kind of lets them know everything that's going on. But next to Heath Ledger as the Joker, Will Smith shut me up quick as fuck as Deadshot because I thought he was fantastic as Deadshot. He could slap the shit out of anybody if he gets to play Deadshot again. I don't care. But yep, that's me from number 7 there.
Yeah, I do agree with everything that you've just said as well. I do agree with everything that you've said. I do think the Suicide Squad is a really good movie. I do. It's a fun watch. Right, so going on to number 6 is a film Raven doesn't like at all, really, which is Batman Forever. Now, I can never really put my finger on. I mean, I loved it as a kid, and after like rewatching it again, I've watched this film so many times, and I could never put my finger on why I like it so much. because I'm more of a fan of the dark, brooding Batman. But I don't mind Val Kilmer as Batman. Um, Tommy Lee Jones, I think's an okay Two-Face. I love Jim Carrey. He's just Jim Carrey. It isn't the Riddler, but I just love him how he's running about and throwing them like little daft bombs things and the little faces he pulls. And it's kind of weird because I don't think I've ever really had a film where I'm watching it and I'm like, why do I like it so much? And I can never put my finger on why I like Batman Forever so much. I can never put my finger on it. But for me, it's just a fun film. And like I say, I do love Jim Carrey, and I like the action sequences. I don't care for Robin. I don't. But I can't put my finger on it. I really like Batman Forever. Like I say, when I was a kid, I absolutely adored it. I had the Batman figures of it. I had the game Batman Forever. I believe PlayStation 1 that come out for. I believe it could have been PS2. I can't remember. But now, as I've got older and still watched it, I still really like it. I just can't put my finger on it because again, it's super campy, and I prefer my Batman more vicious and dark. But I don't know. There's something about his film that just captivates me, and I really enjoy it. You know, and I kind of do like that the sort of touch on from the earlier Batmans, where the sort of where she says Nicole Kidman sort of says, "Oh, do I need to get a whip?" or something like that, referring to the Catwoman. So I do sort of like that they go on about that. So yeah, for me, it's at number 6, Batman Forever.
All right. Wife says it really brings the campy Batman into the '90s, and I kind of agree with that. I think that's also kind of why I don't like it. I agree with you. Like when I saw it, when like me and my buddies, we went to Springdale Cinemas in Ohio. I remember it vividly. We went and saw it. And I'm like, shit, this is fucking lit. This might be the best Batman I've ever seen. Like Jim Carrey as the Riddler, woo! And I'm like, even Val Kilmer was great. But like as I've gotten older, I'm like, Spanish says Val Kilmer was super chill. Like Val Kilmer wasn't my Batman. Like now that I've gotten older and kind of understood some things, nah. That was just Jim Carrey being Jim Carrey as the Riddler. And like we talked about, like Val Kilmer, I'm not a huge fan of as Batman. Like I love Val Kilmer and pretty much anything else, but and time has not been nice to that one. That time has definitely changed my ranking for that one.
I mean, I do agree with everything you're saying. Like I say, it's one of them films where I watch it and I keep thinking, why do I like it so much? But it's weird. I don't know if you've had a film like that. Like you question why you like it, but you just sort of do.
Every Fast and the Furious movie ever.
Yeah, it's like that with me with Batman Forever. I just always liked it. It's weird.
I'm that way with Fast and the Furious, man. Those movies are so fucking stupid and so awful, but I watch them and love them. Ooh, new Fast and Furious, woo! So yeah, I agree. Like sometimes sometimes it doesn't matter. Like it doesn't matter if it's good or not. You just like it, and that's kind of where it is.
Yeah, that's how it is with me. It's weird. It's weird.
The British man on the right need a Catwoman. Hey, Symphonia, how are you doing?
Hey, doing Symphonia. I knew that was going to be Symphonia before you even said her name.
All right, so my number 6, because this is where my number 6 were set in stone, and I don't know really if, other than my first pick, I don't know if any of these will be kind of controversial or not. But for me, at number 6 is Batman Begins. Not terrible, not terrible. I love Batman Begins. I love it. I think the voice is a little much, which we kind of touched on with you and the Dark Knight. The voice is a little much, but I like the origin stories. I like the League of Shadows. I like Ra's al Ghul. I love kind of the different origin story that they went for a live action Batman to really explain things, and that difference is just like paramount when it comes to the rankings because I feel like we've already seen like how many times do we have to watch Batman's parents die? Like we get it, Tom and Martha died. Like we don't need to watch it again. And this one kind of takes it and shows us the League of Shadows, shows all the training that he does, all of the things, and how he's able to do the things that he does. Uh, it was really good. I hate Katie Holmes. Not a fan of Katie Holmes. So like, as her as Rachel Dawes, whatever, didn't care. But what's his name? Oh, Peaky Blinders. 28 Days Later. What's his name? Cillian Murphy. Cillian Murphy as the Scarecrow. Oh yes, yes. Give me Cillian Murphy in anything. Like I will watch. I will watch it because him as the Scarecrow, awesome, awesome. Uh, can't. Yeah, he can be Scarecrow forever. I like the nerve gas thing they did. I like the fear. I like how they really explained the fear gas. They even showed it like from their perspective. I thought that was really really cool. Ra's al Ghul's death. Not a fan of. Not really a huge fan of that because if you know Ra's al Ghul, not really huge on that death. But all that aside, still a fantastic movie. And even though it's ranked at number 6, this movie still good stuff. Good stuff. DC Super Pets brings a deeper meaning to his parents' death. Laugh out loud, just kidding. But yeah, that's for me at number 6. Batman Begins.
We'll be coming up to Batman Begins later. Right. Right. Anything else you want to put on that, Raven, mate?
I think we could touch on it later too, but I feel like if Christian Bale would have had a different voice, these rankings would have been different. That's just kind of my take on it, but that's it. That's all I got.
Okay. Well, okay. Going into number 5 for me is I love this film, Dark Knight Rises. I absolutely adore Dark Knight Rises. Tom Hardy as Bane, in my opinion, is fantastic. Christian Bale, this is weird. Christian Bale as Bruce Wayne, brilliant in this for me. Still not mad on him as Batman. I still don't like the outfit. I hate the Batman outfit in Dark Knight and Dark Knight Rises. Hate it. Right? But as Bruce Wayne, I think is brilliant in this. I like how he loses the fight to Bane and then he has to get out and his training and everything. Absolutely brilliant for me as Bruce Wayne. Look, he's brilliant as Bruce Wayne in this for me, right? Now you've got Anna Hathaway as Selena Kyle, Catwoman. She's brilliant. Love her. Absolutely adore her in this film. And like I say, Tom Hardy as Bane's brilliant. I love how he talks. The girl's doing the voice, and he's like, "What a lovely, lovely voice." That's just a shit impression. He does not sound like that. But yeah, I absolutely love this film. Yeah, that's why for me it's number 5 to me. So yeah.
All right. Well, we could actually just continue this conversation because it's also number 5 for me as well.
Wow. Really?
Yeah, I think it is great, and personally, you know, I'm a huge fan of Bane. He was merely born in the dark, but I adopted it and all that other stuff. I am Gotham's reckoning. Love Bane. Love Bane. Think he's great. Tom Hardy, dude, like I can watch Tom Hardy paint a wall, bro. Like it doesn't matter. Like, it's Tom Hardy is Venom too. Yes, yes. Gotham in this ranking? No, it's not. We're only doing films. Yeah, I'm not even gay, dude. But Tom Hardy be like, "Hey, dude, you want to go out?" I'll be like, "Hell yeah, bro, let's go." Like, absolutely love Tom Hardy as Bane. I think it's fantastic. The only problem that I have with this movie why it doesn't rank higher than my top 4 is that when he's all like, "Well, I got the button," or somebody like some random person has the button, like we all know, like no one, like Bane isn't just going to give the button to some random dude and be like, "Hey, here you go," like you could control our destiny while we're trying to get this whole project thing out of the ground and all that other stuff, and like no, like that's no, we're not doing that at all. We're not the that's probably the biggest problem I have with that is that huge plot hole with Bane saying that he's giving somebody else the trigger because we all know Bane has the trigger. That's just not what that's not what it's about at all. Hey, I watch. I'm gonna butcher your last name here. I'm gonna say Cape Horn. I watch Cape Horn. No, I watch Cape Horn. Got me there. That's a good one. Oh, that's a good one. Can't wait for that to get clipped.
That's
Oh,
going clipped there.
oh, that's fine. He can clip it all he wants to. That's fine. That's fine. We're just gonna block that dude and move it out of the way here. All right. All right. Where was I going here? I was like, I'm gonna butcher this last name, Cape Horn. That's all good. I fell for it. No biggie. I do watch. I do watch Tom Hardy, so we'll talk about that. Um. Oh man, now I'm on tilt again. No, I think it's a great film. I think it's a super good film, and it's fantastic. And I think it would have been a lot better had it not been for the plot hole. And again, Bane's voice. Bane's voice is fucking, or not Bane's voice. Batman's voice in this is probably the worst it's ever been. And I hate it. Like even after the Dark Knight, like everybody's like, "Ah, man, that voice is really bad." And then they're like, "Hey, let's just elevate it a little more," and that's what they did. So yeah. Hey, at least I didn't say it full the way. I said it afterwards after I realized it. It's all good. All right. Number 4 for us. All right, where we going?
Right, okay, well, number 4 for me is actually my favourite Christopher Nolan Batman. This used to be at number 3, but we'll get to that later. This used to be my third favourite Batman film. This is the film where I love Christian Bale as Batman. I love the suit. Now, there's a reason as well, right? I remember when The Dark Knight come out, I was super psyched for it, and my mate was with me, Adam. When the first trailer dropped, I was super excited. As soon as they panned on Batman and I seen the bat suit, all my excitement died. If they would have kept the suit from Batman Begins, I'd have been super psyched even more. And I really like Christian Bale as Batman in this film. For me, Batman Begins is the best out of the Dark Knight trilogy for me. By a country mile for me. I love Scarecrow. I like how they actually add horror elements in this, where with the fear and everything, and Batman becomes like a bat in front of him. You said it's Cillian Murphy, right? His name is
Cillian Murphy. Yep.
Scarecrow.
Yep.
Amazing. I've already said that Christian Bale in this is my favourite version of him as Batman. I think he plays Batman brilliant here. I agree with you, the voice is a little much again, but overall, I really do like him as Batman. The Batsuit's amazing in this. Liam Neeson as Ra'al Ghul, I think, it is brilliant. I love the backstory of Batman and it goes into it. And yeah, man, like I say, for me, I mean it when I say it's only my opinion.
I watch Cape Horn.
Batman Begins is the best Christopher Nolan Batman film by a country mile for me personally. I absolutely adore Batman Begins.
No, that's good. That's good. I mean, hey, I'm in for that. Like, that's a not a bad ranking. You think the suit is better than You think the suit's good in this one?
I love the suit in this. Like
Really?
I say, I remember when, like I say, I remember when The Dark Knight was going to come out, right? And I was already up because I seen pictures of the Joker and I thought, my God, I was already up to about it, right? Like I said, I was with my mate Adam. We was watching the trailer because he don't mind Batman either. Right, as soon as the panned in and I seen the suit, my excitement just died. I was like, what are they doing? I hated the suit. Um, I like Batman with pointy ears, basically. Like proper pointy ears, and kind of weird to a degree when we get into number three. But this actually used to be my third favourite Batman film of all time. Only one film's pushed it down a little bit, but I absolutely adore Batman Begins. I love it. I absolutely love Batman Begins.
Okay, all right, not bad, not bad. I gotta put that down there for you. Batman Begins here. So I don't know if you're watching the channel or not, but I'm putting our rankings and putting them in our little list under our names here. Was that you,
Yeah,
Panda? Did you really just log in and create something stupid? I hate you. That was you. Damn it. All right. Let's see here. Number 4 for me. All right. It was Lily Goat, wasn't it? So, knowing you, um, I don't know if you're going to agree with this or not, but number 4 for me is the '89 Batman. Uh, Young Sean, man, loves the '89 Batman. Loves it. Uh, uh, so. Sorry, I am getting trolled by my friends on Facebook now. Uh, um, I love this movie. It is a fun movie. I like Jack Nicholson as the Joker. Not my favorite Joker, but I like him. The biggest problem that I have with this movie isn't the Joker, isn't Michael Keaton as Bruce Wayne, isn't the fact that he can't turn his neck in a bat suit. Um, it is he kills a lot of people. Like Batman kills a lot of people in this movie. Like he blows up that whole factory, and you're telling me that uh that your Batman just dropped a bomb in this factory, and killed all those people and just drove away. Didn't even think about it. Nah, man, that is not Batman. Batman don't be killing people, and that is the biggest problem that I have with this movie. Is that he kills people, and it's the same with another one we're going to talk about, because yeah, yeah, that, if he hadn't killed people, looking at my top 3 right now, if he hadn't killed people, I don't know if it would change or not because my top 3 is pretty solid, but it might have changed between 3 and 4. I'm kind of spoiling what my third one's going to be, but yeah, you kind of see it there. That's '89 Batman for me.
Okay, okay.
We are fighting
Anything you
now.
want to add on that, mate?
We're fighting now. Let's see. Oh, we're not fighting now. We're allowed to have differences of opinion. It didn't say it was a terrible movie. Everybody's laughing at me. Bro, it wasn't me either. It was probably some random dude who clipped it, and I'm gonna be in a clip. That's all good. All right, but let's see. All right, number 3 for you, good sir.
Well, number 3 for me is the new one on the block. And talk about people proving you wrong. Um, Robert Pattinson as Batman. Wow. And Bruce Wayne. Absolutely, in my opinion, fantastic. I heard about him getting cast and I was like, no, no. Then I seen like the teasers and I was like, do you know what? He looks good. And then just showed the full trailer and I was like, okay, I'm sold already. Um, man, this I watched it once and I was sort of like, yeah, it's okay. And I watched it again and I was like, nah, this ain't okay. This is fantastic. So, you know, Zoe Kravitz as Catwoman, brilliant in my opinion. Paul Drano as the Riddler. My God, is he a fantastic Riddler? He is sadistic as the Riddler. Colin Farrell as Oswald Cobblepot, in Brentley, in my opinion. Um, and what I like about this film, they actually bring in Batman as more of a detective style. I enjoyed that, and the film's really dark. They brought Batman to his dark roots again, in my opinion. And I like how it's weird. Like you can see the anger in Robert Pattinson's face, and like the hurt from losing his family. And then of course the added bonus of the Joker. If people, I know obviously Raven's watched it, like, but there's if people ain't seen it, there's a clip on YouTube where you can watch the Joker in it to the thingy, and that Joker looks messed up, man. I'm excited for him, put it that way. If it gets greenlit, I've heard that it. We'll talk about her another day, but yeah, a second one needs to come out. And again, I like the Batsuit in this. I think Robert Pattinson as Bruce Wayne as Batman is fantastic, and I absolutely love this film. I've watched it 4 or 5 times now, and every time I'm watching it, it gets better, man. It's really, really good, and it's fantastic. And Robert Pattinson proved me the hell wrong.
It is good. He did really
Yeah,
good. He did really, really good.
it's really, really good. And yeah, for me, it's at number 3. And like I say, it knocked down Batman Begins, and I love Batman Begins. Absolutely adore it.
All right. All right.
So yeah, the Batman's in at number 3 for me.
Okay. I'm trying to figure out what your next top two are going to be. I think, obviously I know that one and that one. Okay, I know what they are then. All right, I got them. Got to figure out which order. I think I know the order too. All right. For me, at number 3 is a movie that I guess we'll probably be talking about after I do mine, but it's Batman Returns. Uh, the uh, the horny little bastard in me loves Michelle Pfeiffer and all leather and that S&M, BDSM stuff. Yes, sir. Love Michelle Pfeiffer's Catwoman. Um, uh, I also like Danny DeVito as the Penguin. I thought that was an interesting cast. And as Oswald Cobblepot, I thought he did really, really well. I thought it was good. Even Christopher Walken in there. It's got Andrew Bernowski's fucking Leatherface in it. But other than that, I think I think it was a really good movie. Again, the only problem I have with it is that he kills people, and he kills people directly in this one. Like I guess you could say, hey, Batman didn't know there was anybody in the factory, or he evacuated everybody. You can kind of go with that and the '89 Batman. And this one, he stuffs a grenade down somebody's pants and pushes him over a cliff. Like that dude's dead. Like he full on killed that dude. Like there's no questioning Batman killed that dude. And so again, not not a huge fan of the Batman killing people, but I am a fan of, at the time, a very hot blonde in tight leather playing Catwoman with Danny DeVito. And I thought I think Burton does something that a lot of people don't do, and it's takes the set into consideration. And like, I feel like Burton makes his sets part of the character, like a character its own. And Gotham and his 2 movies are so well done. Uh, I love Gotham and his movies. I think it's so important, and why these 2 rank 3 and 4, just because they're so visually stunning. Visually stunning. It was a flashbang actually. Penguin though. Danny DeVito is not. Yep. Danny DeVito was good. Danny DeVito was good.
Yeah.
All right.
Amazing.
All right. So let's get on to your number 2.
Well, number 2 for me is Batman '89. Um, I absolutely adore this film. The only film that comes above this, I like by a inch more. I love this film. I think Jack Nicholson's fantastic as the Joker. Michael Keaton, of course, if it's now, and Michael Keaton's I love him. Favorite Batman, favorite Bruce Wayne. Like, I had Batman this on VHS, and I believe I worn it out and it broke. Every single day I'd rewatch it, and to this day I still rewatch it on Blu-ray. Whatever format it comes out on, I'll buy it. I absolutely adore this film. Now, for the reason that I get the lore of Batman, he don't kill people, but for a lack of better words, I I love Batman in these films because he's more. We'll get on to my favourite later on, of course, but I like that Batman's sort of sadistic in this, and I'm on the other side of it because it's like I actually don't mind that he kills people because it's like I like that dark version of Batman, and and I get nobody's going to agree with that because of the laws of Batman and what the comic books and everything, and I get that. For me, it doesn't bother me personally, and like I say, man, I just everything about it, man. I just absolutely adore it, and I love this film. I've even got from 1989. I got the Batman 89. It's the full box with the chewing gums, the card stickers, bubble gum. I brought the entire pack from a Comic Con. I brought the entire. Like, I've got everything to do with Batman 89, and we'll get on to the other film next in a short bit. But yeah, I absolutely adore it. I love it. I've got like the Batmobiles. I've got the Batplane. Everything to do with it. I am obsessed with Tim Burton's Batmans. Let's just put it that way. When I say obsessed, I mean obsessed. I love it. Uh, yeah, that's all I got to say on it. I love it. I don't know how many times I've watched it in my life, but I wouldn't even want to count. I love it. I love Tim Burton. I love Michael Keaton. I love it.
He's
That's why it's
great.
at number two for me.
I feel bad for Michael Keaton in the bat suit though, because he was never able to turn his neck. That has to suck. Being have to like do this the whole time
Yeah,
for like
yeah.
everything. Uh,
Oh, and same with the next film because it's sort of the same suit really. It's my favourite suit of Batman as well. I love it. I love it.
really, really. Okay.
It's everything about it. I just obsessed with, completely, utterly obsessed.
Hmm. I don't know if it's my favorite suit. It definitely. I think it's the most inconvenient one. I think for anybody to play Batman, and I always think it's funny in Batman Returns, um, when he rips the mask off. Like he's got the dark eyes, and then he like rips the mask off, and then like the dark eyes are gone. Like he doesn't have the
Yeah,
makeup there.
yeah.
You're like, oh man. I don't. Man, I couldn't even tell you what my favorite suit is. Hmm. I don't know. I have to really think about that one. But yeah, I mean, I don't. I love the Burton's films. I think they're great. Uh, I mean, I wish there was a way that like fuck delayed again. God damn it. There you are. Might as well not sleep tonight, babe. My wife is in Ohio currently, and her flight was supposed to be now, but now it's been pushed back to 10 o'clock. So another 4 hours for her. Poggers.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, yeah. It's fun. All right. I think the Burton films are great. Like I said, I'm sorry, I'm getting sidetracked, chat. My bad. I think everything's the top four, top five are hard rankings for me. I knew my number one off the rip. Um, I'm pretty sure I knew my number two off the rip. Then kind of deciding between four or five, between like two, three, four, and five, where they were going. I'm excited. I heard Michael Keaton was going to be in the Flash movie. I mean, I, I want to see Michael Keaton again as Batman, but I don't want to give Ezra Miller a podium to make more money and get more limelight shined on him. But I I'd be interested to see Michael Keaton as old man Wayne. I would love to see that. Um, no, I don't know if I'm going to be happy with it's in the Flash or not, but that is a whole completely different rant we could talk about later. um, And and I remember back in the day, fanboys. The internet wasn't around then, so like I remember watching it as a kid. Just a little 10, 11-year-old me was like so excited to go see Batman in a theater, and there was like 30-year-old men going, I can't believe they cast Michael Keaton as Bruce Wayne. Bruce Wayne looks nothing like that jackass. Blah 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 blah. And you're like, what? What? Yeah, he was gonna be in Batgirl. He was gonna be in. Was gonna be in. Yeah, he was gonna be in Batgirl too, but that's not happening either. Like, I'm pretty sure he's in the Flash movie because the trailer has his voice, so I'm pretty sure that he's in it. But yeah. That's kind of my rant for that, I guess. Solid ranking. I mean, I didn't, I expected that to be number one, honestly, but number two, not far off. All right. So my number two is a movie that you just absolutely shit on in the 8 spot, and that's The Dark Knight. Yeah. I mean, I can't. Phew. I can't believe that's ranked so high for you, or so low for you. Uh, I don't. It's funny because I say this movie is probably one of my top 25 favorite movies of all time, but yet I have another movie ranked above this. That's because we haven't got to see really all of this character for my number one. Like, we've just seen mostly the Batman aspect. But for my number two here is, I mean, I was one of those idiotic fanboys on the internet going, I can't believe they cast that jackass from A Knight's Tale as the Joker. He's not my Joker. Blah, 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 blah. Rabble, rabble, rabble. And then he made me eat the biggest plate of crow I've ever had in my life because he delivered what arguably is the greatest live action Joker of all time. That's debatable. I mean, I like him, but I don't know if he is. I don't know if he's the greatest live action Joker, but I definitely like him. But I really was that guy. I mean, like, I cannot believe they cast fucking Heath Ledger as the Joker. Like, the fucking idiot from fucking A Knight's Tale. Like, he was only good in The Patriot. Like, this guy sucks. Like 10 days to break up with a guy, go fuck yourself or whatever. like not a fan of that casting, man. But I tell you, after I watched that movie, I loved everything about it, from the IMAX opening shot where like they zoom into the back of the Joker, all the IMAX shots they got in there, everything that the Joker does. I love his voice. I love his look. Because Christopher Nolan's trying to keep it in the world of the real. I like how they touch on the fact that the Joker has no origin story. And yeah, 10 things Sean hates about the Heath Ledger heard. But like, I love how they his origin story they don't really touch on, because like he has multiple origins, and I love that aspect as a Joker fan. So watching it was great. Aaron Eckhart as Two-Face, I thought was really, really good. I hate Katie Holmes as Rachel Dawes. I hate Maggie Gyllenhaal maybe a little more as Rachel Dawes. I'm very glad she got blown to bits in that movie. That character didn't do anything for me at all. But it is what it is. But if this movie's ever, like, I'm just channel surfing and this movie's across TV, it's a hard stop. We're watching it because it's Michael Jai White, by the way, in that movie. He's like enough with the clown. Love me some Michael Jai White. Heath Ledger, great. Aaron Eckhart, Michael Caine as Pennywise is so. Not Pennywise. Alfred Pennyworth. So good. Other than Maggie Gyllenhaal, I don't think there's anything about this movie that I don't like. Other than maybe his voice. Obviously, I don't really like his voice. Where's Rachel? Where is she? Where is she? Like, dude, I get it. You're masking your voice. I got it. But great movie, love it, and I can't believe it's your number 8. Still tilted, and I've been tilted ever since. I've been off my game for about 40 minutes.
I mean, look, just because it's number 8, I've watched this film a lot. I have. I still really like this film. If it had been less, I can't believe I'm saying this because it feels so weird to say. It's just, it's kind of weird. Like, I love Christian Bale as Batman in Batman Begins. Love him. I think he's brilliant. If they'd have brought that performance and that suit into the Dark Knight with how brilliant the Joker was, this would have gone over Batman Forever. This would have been fifth, I believe, maybe, yeah, fifth. I'd say easily fifth. Maybe over Dark Knight Rises. Um, but it's because of that. I mean, I still watch this film a lot because I adore the Joker in this film. I think it's brilliant. It's just I get sucked in with the Joker. I do like Two-Face. I do like the other characters. It's mainly the Joker, but some of the other characters do. But for whatever reason, when Christian Bale comes on as Batman, it takes me out the movie. It just takes me out. And then I get sucked back in when the Joker's back. And then it's one of them mixed things with me. And now, like I say, give me the Batman Christian Bale was in Batman Begins. Throw him into the Dark Knight, and it'd easily be my number 5. I'm not taking away from how good this film is. It's just I couldn't agree with other people because solely which is weird. Batman. I don't like Batman in the Dark Knight. It's strange. I just don't like him. I don't particularly like him in the Dark Knight Rises. I like him as Bruce Wayne. Yeah, but in Batman Begins, I love Batman in Batman Begins as Christian Bale. I think he's brilliant. It's weird, man. It's weird. But I still really do like the Dark. I do like the Dark Knight.
Used like 7 films before it. Down bad. Down bad. All right. So now the moment of truth. I think we understand now. I think we all know what our number ones are going to be. So I'll let you have at it, and let me go ahead and put this down here for you.
Well, for me, number 1, if it's obvious, people know the Batman films, is, I says I'm obsessed with Batman 89, right? I am utterly and completely obsessed with Batman Returns. And I mean obsessed. Like, I've got the books, Batman Returns. I buy every single one I can. I've got a big massive canvas over there of Batman Returns. I've got posters of Batman Returns, figures of Batman Returns, everything to do with Batman Returns. I am absolutely obsessed with Batman Returns. Absolutely love it. I'm just obsessed with it, and Michael Keaton again is fantastic as Batman. Danny DeVito is fantastic as Penguin. Michelle Pfeiffer, wow, fantastic as Catwoman, and Selena Kyle. And of course you've got Christopher Walken. Um, I hope I'm saying his name right. I think I'm saying it right. He's fantastic as this. Um, the Catwoman scene where he throws her out the window, and like the cats are bringing her back to life. That scene's fantastic. It's just sort of give me the spooks when I was a kid seeing that, like when she got thrown out and the cats are bringing her back.
Yeah, no, that's freaky for sure.
And for me, it's hands down the darkest Batman film. I mean, you've got the Penguin wanting to kill kids, newborns, whatever age you are. He wants to end every single kid. It's the darkest Batman film out there. Batman is so sinister in this, like you said, where he puts the bomb inside him and he smirks and then punches the guy and throws him down just to make sure.
Yeah, like
he's making sure he's dead. And for me, I dig it. I absolutely dig it. I love this version of Batman. I love Michael Keaton. I get it's against the books, and I get that. But for me, I just love absolutely everything about his film. Like I say, I don't say it lightly. I am completely obsessed with this Batman film. Like I say, it's right there. As soon as I wake up in the morning, the first thing I see is Jason. It's got Jason pillows, and then Batman Returns because I've got the canvas right above there. Completely obsessed with this film. I absolutely love it. Absolutely adore it. I love it, which is why it's at number one for me. It's always been number one, and I could watch this film on loop and never get bored of it. I love it. I
Oh
absolutely
yeah,
adore it.
oh yeah, I agree with you. Like I
I love
mean,
it. I love it. I love the atmosphere. You've already hit on it before, Raven. Tim Burton brings the Gotham City to life. The characters are just so out there. It's just got everything, man. And like I say, I love this film. I adore it. I'm obsessed with it. I just love it. I love Batman Returns.
it is. Yeah, it's a good one. Like I said, you know, you touched on. Like I know you like the more sinister kind of Batman. As a
Yeah.
Batman purist, not a huge fan of that. Like I mean, if I want sinister, I can watch other stuff. Like I don't need my Batman to kill people. And him literally, like you said, just kind of put the old grenade in his pants, and it was like, hey, like, dude, what? Uh, um, not a huge fan of that, but everything else I love. And you are right, I didn't touch on that either. When Michelle Pfeiffer gets pushed off the roof, and then like the cat's like licking her back to life, and then like her like going crazy, building the suit and all that other stuff, that is very
Yeah.
scary. Like it is very scary. Albeit it becomes very hot, but very scary.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, it got to me as a kid. Like her eyes rolling back. I was like, what's going on? Because this is why, by the way, if people don't know, this is why Batman Forever become campy because kids was crying in cinema, and the parents was complaining that wait a minute, hey, this meant to be Batman's meant to be for kids. Like this film's way too dark.
Batman's never meant to be for kids. I hate parents. Ugh.
Yeah, and me, I don't like it. I don't want it to be for kids. Like you've got your kids versions, you've got the '60s and that. You can still make films directly for kids, like the Lego Batmans. But like I say, I like my Batman sinister. I really like him sinister.
Yeah, like parents remember in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Like you know, in the first Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, they're using their weapons. If you notice how in the
Oh
second
yeah.
one, they're not using their weapons. That's because parents complain. I'm like, hey, come on now.
Like I say,
Uh,
by the way, I am a big fan of the Turtles. I
oh,
like
huge
Turtles.
fan. Oh yeah, I love turtles.
Like
Love
the
them.
Turtles.
Love turtles. We
We'll
can
maybe do that in the future.
that or like just do our like favorite like comics, like comic book movies or something like that, like or something. I don't know. We can definitely do that.
You know, I'm a top two already. I'm sure everybody does.
All right. Well, before John ahead, I'll get to my last one, which will probably be one of the hottest takes for a lot of fans, and that's just that my number one is the 2002 Batman movie with Robert Pattinson. I learning from Heath Ledger, I did not talk shit about the guy from Twilight. I was curious why. I didn't think it was all that inspiring casting, and but I did not shit all over it. I was like, I'm just gonna go see it. I'm gonna go see it, and then when it's trash, after I see it, I can talk shit all I want. Like that's just the way I'm gonna do it. Cause Heath Ledger fucked me, and I'm not getting fucked here again. And then and then I saw it, and I'm like, this might be the best Batman movie I've ever seen. Like this is this is amazing. This is Detective Batman. Like this is the Batman that I've as a Batman comic fan, this is the Batman that I've yearned to see. And Robert Pattinson is a fantastic Batman. Year two Batman at that, because he's still learning. Like there's even a scene where like he has the cape and like he jumps off the building and starts flying and then like crashes. Like that is good to see because you know you're testing out this new stuff. You're still learning. Like he's still an early version of Batman. Like I think it's year one or year two. Uh, and it is he does such a good job as the Batman. I am not going to say he's my favorite yet because I haven't seen him as we really haven't seen him as Bruce Wayne. We've just seen him kind of as a sad kid, kind of walking around here and not really saying much. But one of the reasons why this film is my favorite is A, he is by far the best Batman we've ever seen. Detective Batman, learning the ropes. We didn't need the origin story, which we got, which is great, but there was still that little origin of his parents and as was Thomas Wayne an actual bad guy, things like that. Really good story. And Colin Farrell as the Penguin, I didn't want to like either. Like I'm like, why is this guy the Penguin? I didn't want to like it, and I watched it. I'm like, you know what? In a real world, I could see him actually being like the Penguin, like the kind of like New York Bronx accent. That forget about it, like in the and the look. That car chase scene. Ah, that car chase scene was phenomenal. I don't that with him and with Batman and Colin Farrell was so good. Paul Dano as the Riddler. That was a Riddler that I mean I've been wanting to see forever. A sadistic Riddler who is smart, witty, and 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 also very very dark and evil. And love to see it. Uh, Zoe Kravitz as Selena Kyle. I don't. Probably my least favorite aspect of the movie, uh, but not the worst. Like I thought Andy Serkis as Alfred Pennywise. Pennywise. Why do I keep saying that? Pennyworth. Was great. It's great to see Andy live action. If you guys don't know what Andy Serkis is, Andy Serkis is he was like Gollum. He doesn't like he was Caesar in World of the War, World of the, Planet of the Apes. You know Gollum in Lord of the Rings. He's a character actor, but like he very seldom gets like live action shots. And seeing him live action was great. Uh, it was very 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 good. Eh, I'm disappointed this hasn't got greenlit. Like the sequel hasn't got greenlit. If you made $750 million and you haven't got greenlit yet, uh, I am I'm concerned because once again it's Warner Brothers and I don't. I worry about Warner Brothers. Honestly, God, like uh, I don't know what they're doing, man. I really don't. I don't. I
It'll be the dumbest decision if they don't greenlight it. It'll be dumb, man. Because there's so much hype around it. We need a second one, man. And it's got more people hyped with the Joker scene as well. Like, come on, man. The Joker looks sick.
Oh yeah, Barry Keoghan is the Joker.
Yeah, he looks sick, man.
I wasn't expecting the Joker to be in this movie. Like everybody was like, it's not like it's a kind of an origin story, and don't expect the Joker to be in there. And then uh, that scene in the movie, and if you haven't seen uh, the deleted scene, hey, woo, really really good. Um, I popped. Like I went from 6 to midnight when that scene happened. I was like, woo, yeah.
Yeah,
So
it looks brilliant.
I hope we get more. I can't believe it hasn't been greenlit yet. I don't know what Warner Brothers is doing. Uh, but yeah, I hope we get more.
It best get greenlit, man, because yeah, it's fantastic, man. I loved it. I mean, like I say, when I first seen it, I just put, I thought, yeah, it's a good film. I thought it's decent. When I watched it a second time, it got better, and every time I've watched it, it just continues to get better. So it's it's fantastic, man.
It is. I mean, it's so good. I'm
It's
glad to see what's in your top three. I didn't know. Like I hyped it up when we were talking. Like I thought I might have hyped it up too much for you, but I'm glad to see it's in your top three because it is a fantastic movie that I just love.
well, it's where like, trust me, it took a lot to knock down Batman Begins. because I love Batman Begins. Absolutely love it. It took a lot to knock that down.
And my wife's flight
Really
just got
took a lot.
pushed back another 11 to 11. Yeah, no, I'd say, I mean, that's amazing too, because like, I mean, but I didn't expect a lot of people to like this one, and hearing you, being a Batman fan as well, like kind of putting it in the third spot there, it makes me feel better about my number one ranking, like as well, which is kind of weird to say. Like, it's nice to see that it's getting the love that I feel like it should. Obviously, I think
Yeah,
probably my take is a little more hotter because it's the number one, and people probably disagree with that. But to me, this is always the Batman film that should have been.
yeah. No, I do agree with that. It's like pretty sweet. You like, you pretty much know now that I'm obsessed with Batman '89 and Batman Returns. You've probably known that for quite a while now. With
Yeah.
you've heard me talk about it. Watching it was like, even though obviously for me personally, obviously I clearly with Batman Returns being one and Batman '89 being two, the new Batman film pushed it for me. So it tells you how much I really enjoyed that when I'm obsessed with Batman and Batman '89 and Batman Returns. It pushed it for me, and for me, it it's absolutely fantastic, man. I think it's brilliant, and it should get greenlit because it got me out,
I do.
and every time I watch it, it just gets better.
All right, so let's do this because I'm sure the chat is curious. Who was your favorite Batman, and who was your favorite Bruce Wayne?
Oof. Well, surprise, surprise, Michael Keaton's my favourite Batman. um, sorry, peeps, again, I think I've got to go with Michael Keaton.
Is Bruce Wayne?
Yeah,
Okay.
he's my favourite Batman and thingy because that's how I picked. I don't know if it's just because like when I was a kid, I grew up with Batman and Batman Returns. But whenever I think of Bruce Wayne, I think of Michael Keaton. When I think of Batman, I think of Michael Keaton, and that's never been able to stop for me. And even though again with Batman, big with Batman Rises, no, Dark Knight Rises, I think he's brilliant as Bruce Wayne. Tell you what we could do, Raven, if you wanted. Um, just real quick, if you wanted to do it, top three favourite Batmans.
Okay. Yeah, man.
Well, I mean, well, number one for me is Michael Keaton. Number two is actually Robert Pattinson. Now, number three is hard, man, because it's like I don't like Christian Bale as Batman in Dark Knight and Dark Knight Rises, but I absolutely adore him in Batman Begins. So I can't put him in that because I've only like one performance as Batman. So I'm actually going to put third spot to Ben Affleck.
Okay. All right. My favorite Batman's Robert Pattinson. Then Michael Keaton, and then I I don't like the voice, but I gotta go with Christian Bale.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
well, my favorite Batman, obviously Robert Pattinson. My favorite Bruce Wayne, and I'm probably gonna get fucking mad shit, is George Clooney. So I think
Yeah,
he's great as Bruce
yeah.
Wayne. Um,
Well, well, Inda, we spoke about it. This is the beauty of opinions. That's what's fantastic about opinions. You know, like we all look at it differently, you know, and that's the great thing about it. You know, it's I'm always interested in hearing people's opinions. It's like we spoke about. I don't want to turn it to horror, but it's like I say, I know people whose favourite films is Seed of Chucky. I love hearing people's opinions and why. Do you get what I mean? And I think that's the beauty of it, you know, and especially when you're level-minded and you can actually understand people's opinions, because we all know some people can take it too far.
yep.
Um, so you know, yeah, like You know, like nobody in the world has probably expected you to say George Clooney is your favourite Bruce Wayne, but that's the beauty of opinion. But and I'm sure there's people out there that wouldn't expect the Dark Knight, because I know for most people, Dark Knight is either the favourite or at least in their top three. Wouldn't expect it same, you know, with the Dark Knight.
Yep.
But like I say, mate, it's the beauty of opinions, and I think it's great.
So, your least favorite Batman?
Oh,
While,
it's
while,
hard,
you're,
man.
while you're thinking of that, I'll tell you right now, my least favorite Batman and least favorite Bruce Wayne are both Val Kilmer.
Val Kilmer, okay.
Actually, no, I take that back. I take that back. My least favorite Batman's Adam West. My least favorite Bruce Wayne is Val Kilmer.
My least, my actual favourite, both of them is Val Kilmer. I don't like, no, not Val Kilmer. What? Oh, George Clooney. I don't like George Clooney as Batman or Bruce Wayne.
Okay. All right.
Um, yeah, I mean, see, it's all about. I hate it. I love Christian Bale as an actor. Love him. I think he's brilliant, right? But I hate him because he puts me in a predicament. Because not on a personal level, I just hate him as Batman because I adore him as Batman in Batman Begins. Absolutely adore him. If Batman Begins was a standalone, I think if Batman Begins was standalone and there's no Dark Knight, no Dark Knight Rises, it'd be my third favourite Batman. But because he done two other films from Batman Begins, I think I've got to give it to Ben Affleck because I've liked Ben Affleck as Batman in all films I've seen.
Well,
Um,
so
but yeah,
all right, your top three favorite Batman villains from all your movies, and let me start with it. I'll take the point on this one. I'll go first. Let me start by saying that had Heath Ledger not have died, while I still would have loved the Joker, I don't think he would have gotten nearly as much credit for his role in that movie, which is actually a shame because I still think it's really good. But being that, my favorite Batman villains, movie wise, are the Joker, obviously. I'm not going to name which one's my favorite. But Paul Dano as the Riddler is my second. And then Bane, Tom Hardy, is my third. So.
okay.
And then
My
a special nomination is Vincent Price's Egghead is my number four. Okay.
okay. Number one's the Joker. Um, oh God. It's got to be the Penguin. Do you like the Penguin?
Danny DeVito's Penguin or
Danny DeVito, yeah.
okay.
Yeah. Joker. Oh God, that's an odd one to pick, man. Oh, 'cause I love Jack Nicholson. I love Heath Ledger. I love the last Joker as well. What was his name now? I forgot his name. It's gone from
Barry
me.
Keoghan from
Yes.
the Batman movie. Yep. Yep.
Yeah, he's brilliant. And the standalone Joker film, Jacqueline Phoenix, is it?
Yep. Joaquin
Yeah,
Phoenix. Yep.
he was brilliant as well. So look, it's really hard for me to choose a favourite Joker, man, because like Jack Nicholson, Heath Ledger, I think are sort of tied for me, man. I love them. It's hard.
Um.
It's hard. Yeah, but number two's Danny DeVito's Penguin.
All right. So we'll do this now. Your top three, and it doesn't have to be movie wise. Your top three favorite Jokers, whether it's live action, animated, whatever.
I hate you.
You want me to go first?
Yeah, go on.
All right. My number one is Mark Hamill as the Joker from the animated series and a lot of the animated movies. Fantastic. Uh, my number two.
My number one's the same, by the way. I said this to you in an earlier stream, if you remember.
Yeah. If we are. All right, so my number two has, I guess, a caveat because if we're going with certain cuts of films, then I have to say Jared Leto. If we're not, then I'm going to say uh, Heath Ledger. Number three is Alan Tudyk, who you guys might not know. I love Alan Tudyk. He's one of my favorite horror movies of all time. Tucker and Dale vs. Evil, but he's the Joker in the Harley Quinn animated series. Um, is my third, and that's not shitting on Jack. I just want to be clear. I love Jack. Um, but Jack to me has one big problem. Jack has an origin story. Jack has a name in that movie, and his name's Jack Napier. And why I love his performance as the Joker, him having an origin story, him having a backstory, that is a huge no-no when it comes to the Joker. Just like Batman killing people. Like, I don't give a shit how great your performance is. Like, you break that rule, that is a no-no, and that was it for me. So that's why he doesn't rank really high there. I love Alan Tudyk in the Harley Quinn series. I think he's great. I think him. Where's my goddamn electric car, Bruce? Fucking great. Love it.
Oh, I hate you for doing this. Okay, Mark Hamill's my number one from the animated series.
All right.
Batman the Animated Series is one of my time. It's my favourite animated series of all time, and
Yeah, we touched on
even
that.
in my
Yep.
top 10.
Yep.
I adore Batman the Animated Series. I love it. So Mark Hamill is my favourite. Oh God, 2 and 3, man. These are the ones that's killing me. Oh God. Oh, I've never been able to choose a Jack Nicholson and Heath Ledger. Oh,
Unfortunately, Jack's character makes it easy for me because he breaks the cardinal rule, man. Like,
no, I know.
Joker has
I
an
know.
origin story, and I can't let that go.
Oh,
While he's thinking of that, baby, you're almost out of data, but you're good because Billy Cycle starts tomorrow. All right.
okay. Well, okay. I'll just. This is way too hard, man. I hate it. Okay, number 2 probably. I'm gonna give the slight edge to Jack Nicholson, and Heath Ledger's my number 3rd.
Okay. All right.
This you could ask me in a month, that could change. That's how close it is between Jack and Heath Ledger. I can't. I can't believe you asked me that question. It's so hard. I know Mark Hamill's my number 1. I love him, but I've never been able to choose out of Jack Nicholson and Heath Ledger, really, man. So that could change between Jack and Heath Ledger, though, depending on the days. But I just love the Jack Nicholson when he's sitting there and he's like, wait till they get hold of me. And one of my favourite scenes of all time from a film, I could put it on now and I'll laugh for an hour straight. You know, you know where he shakes his hand and I'm glad you're dead and he's screaming laughing. That kills me. It kills me every time. So when I think of the Joker, I normally think of him shaking his hand and just laughing. Now I get what you mean with the backstory, but I think once Jack Nicholson goes full Joker, is as good as anybody in my opinion.
I agree.
Um,
I honestly, God, if we would have a different conversation if that backstory wasn't in there.
yeah,
I
yeah,
We would have, and everybody's, and you can be like, oh well, the Killing Joke has like his origin story. Yeah, but the Killing Joke is a one-off. Even though it's probably the greatest Joker story ever, it's still a one-off
oh, yeah,
and not really canon.
yeah,
But like, it is.
yeah,
Uh, but I don't know. I don't know. Jack, when he becomes the Joker, and like after the fall into the vat, and
yeah,
I mean, God tier, God tier. Like,
yeah.
no,
He
you
is.
would not hear me complain about that. It's the
Yeah,
shit before that that throws me off.
yeah. But right now, I've got and I mean a pinch of salt over Heath Ledger. But like I say, that could change. That's not final. The only thing final is Mark Hamill as a Joker, who's always been my favourite. I love him, man. I'm telling you now, Batman Returns when I was a kid, that was my life, man. I waited every day for that. Well, every week for it to come on because it used to come on weekly over here on the UK. The day just show it all. It was weekly. It'd come out.
Oh wow.
So I had to wait, and let me tell you, man, I taped them all. I had them all on VHS. I taped every single one
Oh
that
yeah,
come
I've
out.
had I've had them on VHS, DVD,
Yeah, I
Blu-ray.
loved it, man.
Oh yeah, yeah. I'm a.
Oh, I love it.
Have you seen the Harley Quinn series on HBO Max?
I've seen some of them. I've got to catch up with it. I am gonna watch it, but yeah, I'm gonna I might watch oh damn, what series are we doing next? Alien? If Katie can do it.
Yeah, if Katie can do it, Alien. If not, um,
I've got one that I think you'd agree to.
what's Predator, isn't it?
Yeah, we could do
Predator.
Predator
Okay.
if Katie can't do Alien.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine with me.
Okay. This has been a good one, man. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, yeah. I've never. Yeah, boy, you had me full on tilt there. Like I literally lost my train of thought and everything.
Well, don't worry about it. You got me back because I'm never going to forgive you for asking me to choose my top three jokers. I knew number one, but my two and three, man, I'm still debating in my head now, man. I've never been able to choose between them two. Like I
Oh,
said, them could change though. The only thing that won't change is Mark Hamill.
yeah. I mean, Mark Hamill's goaded. It's hard to. Uh, but Alan Tudyk, man, he gives him a run. Like as far as animated goes, he gives him a run for his money. Like he's not quite there yet,
Yeah.
but he's great. Like, where's my goddamn electric car, Bruce? So good, love it.
Yeah, I'll have to start. I'll have to start watching that. I've seen 2 episodes, I believe, of it. Maybe
I
more.
love the first 3 seasons. Season 4's kind of started off a little weird. It's airing now, so it's like it airs every Thursday, and it didn't really start off as strong as I was hoping it would, because it ended with a bang. I loved it, but uh, I mean, and hey, full disclosure, it's not for kids. If you're easily offended, don't watch it, because uh, I mean they go dark, and it's nonstop cussing and all that other stuff. And if you want to use the term as a derogatory comment, it's very woke as well. So it's very open to various things. So, um,
Yeah.
but it's fantastic, fantastic.
The episodes I've seen, I did like. I gotta catch up with it.
Yeah, it's so good. I love that, man. I love it. Very, very good. All right, so I guess the game plan with them next week will be either doing Alien with Katie and or if she is unavailable, we will be doing the Predator. For Alien, I might chime in with my rankings. Like I'm gonna be honest with you. There's only like 2 movies I like from that whole fucking franchise. So, and if you know the franchise, you probably know which 2 they are. So, I mean, everything
Yeah,
else is
I'm pretty confident on how which two they are.
yeah, like, everything else to me is a fucking dog water. So I might just chime in, but I was like, I'll just kind of moderate with you and Katie and kind of ask questions and things like that. We'll see. Um,
Okay.
and I'll just kind of throw in like, oh yeah, I agree. Like I agree. Fucking Alien Resurrection is fucking dog shit. So or something like that.
I
But
might shock you. That might be number one.
I mean, hey, you had Dark Knight at 8. I'm pretty much my expectations now are I have none. Have none. But, all right, then we'll do that. We'll say Predator, or say we'll plan on Alien, but if Katie's not available, aka the Scottish Geek, um, then we will do Predator, which I love far more than I
Yeah.
probably should.
I'm excited
If we
for
do that, I gotta watch
either one
Prey.
of them. I'm excited for either one of them.
I still need to watch
Alien
Prey.
Dude, man, just what? I ain't gonna say nothing because if we do the rank, just watch it when you can, man.
All right. Oh, we'll get on that. Well, no. Somehow somehow we've gotten really good at this, and we can take 5 movies or we can take 12 movies, and we still come in at 2 hours. So love to see that.
Yeah.
We've gotten really good at this. Um, Still thunder in here, nothing yet, which is kind of nice. But I'm going to switch over and probably play some video games with some friends. I might have to feed my kid first, even though she's old enough to make her own food. But she'll, hey, where's dinner? But I'll probably do that, and then I'll probably come back with some Apex. All right, so here's our rankings. I'm gonna leave them up real quick for everybody. For me, starting at 12, Batman 1966. Number 11, Batman Forever. 10, Batman vs Superman. 9, Batman vs Robin. I said it. Number 8, Justice League. Number 7, Suicide Squad. Number 6, Batman Begins. Number 5, Dark Knight Rises. Number 4, Batman. Number 3, Batman Returns. He kills people. Number 2, The Dark Knight. And number 1 is The Batman.
You sure you want me to go for mine again?
Have at it. I'm prepared. I'm ready.
Right. Number 12, Batman and Robin. Number 11, Batman 66. Number 10, Zack Snyder's Justice League. Number 9, Suicide Squad. Number 8, Dark Knight. Sorry, Raven. Number 7, Batman vs Superman. Number 6, Batman Forever. Number 5, The Dark Knight Rises. Number 4, Batman Begins. Number 3, The Batman. Number 2, Batman 89. And number 1, of course, is Batman Returns.
All right, it's a solid list. Solid list. I agree with most everything on here, and no real hatred for me other than your 8th pick.
Yeah.
But you know,
Like I say to people, because I know there's people that love and adore The Dark Knight, and I get it. I still like the film a lot. I still watch it a lot. I like it. It's just there mainly because I'm not a fan of Batman in that film.
That's fair. That's fair. That's fair.
Heath Ledger, one of the greatest Jokers ever.
I agree. He's up there. He's up there. Those people are Raven. No, that person is Raven for sure. All right, I'm gonna take a little half-hour break, let the dogs out, go to the restroom, and I'll come back about 7:30 EST, which is for people that watch Spawn across the pond. About 12:30, we'll be back. Probably gonna play some Apex Legends with the crew. Yep, we're back. Played Apex Legends for the first time in like 2 years and got 2 wins last night. So huge dubs. Because Dead by Daylight's still down bad for me. Can't wait for Wesker. Hopefully that reignites my love. Babe, thanks for the shout out for Spawn. When Wesker goes live, he's gonna be doing a 12-hour stream as Wesker. Right now, he's maining the shit out of Nemesis. So definitely check that out. And then
I appreciate the shout out, man.
Oh yeah, of course, obviously. Nothing but love. Definitely appreciate this, man. I know. I bet you when you raided my channel fucking 4, 5, 6 months ago, you weren't expecting shit like this to happen, but I'm glad it happened, man. Glad we're doing it.
That's the beauty of streaming, right? You meet people and you can form great bonds with people, make mates with people, and I think that's what's so great about streaming as well. You know, it's not only is it fun playing the games, but you also get to meet people who like the same stuff as you, and even people that I've met that are not into horror or anything that I'm into, but are still a great people. So it's it's awesome, man. And like I say, you had your corn t-shirt on, and noticed the Jason tattoo, so I was like, I'm raiding this dude.
Yeah, no, I mean, I definitely appreciate
it. Thinking back now, you wish your day raid because he knows where Dark Knight is.
No, man, it's great, man. Like, I thank you again for the shout out there for Spawn. Appreciate it. It's been great, man. Like, I mean, streaming and gaming. Like, I met you, Panda, Lily, who are probably, you know, I've never even met these people in real life, but probably some of my people I talk to the most, closest confidants, like, you know, like gaming confidants. Austin, Ego, Sinfonia, you know, me meeting her, Seeker Stars, Handsome Tart, Scottish Geek, Grave Girl. God, I mean, like, so many people that have just kind of who I meet and get to talk to. It's great. It's great. Streaming's been good. Gaming and streaming's been good.
Yeah, I agree. And if I'll just say, if Dark Knight 8 worse for you, just remember that Pretty Little Lies is one of my all-time favourite TV shows.
All right. Well, on that end, we're going offline now. So.